Okay. So thank you all for your interest in Emily Carr University. I'm going to start off by saying that and respectfully acknowledging that Emily Carr University is situated on unceded traditional and ancestral Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh territories. So at Emily Carr, our goal is to produce creative thinkers, citizens of the planet who question why things are done the way they are, and then work creatively for a better solution. These would be students who work to better the planet and to better individual lives. So those are innovators who are in demand, not just in terms of bettering the planet, but also within the labor market. We are living in a changing labor market. Jobs are changing quickly. New technology demands new skill sets and rethinking the ways we approach and think about our work. The Canadian government recently released statistics that 1 in 8 workers are freelance or independent contractors. This takes ingenuity and entrepreneurship. Art and design universities with creative programs like Emily Carr prepare students exactly for this, to be adaptive, to be flexible, and to create their own opportunities where none previously existed. So Emily Carr recently participated in a survey where 150 art programs from a diverse set of institutions were interviewed. They discovered that 79% of undergrad students graduating with a degree in arts and or design reported their first job was related to their arts training. 80% reported satisfaction with the opportunity to be creative at their current work, and 88% reported overall satisfaction with their current work. So these are pretty strong numbers in terms of employment satisfaction directly upon graduation. All right, so let's talk about the creative economy and career opportunities for students from Emily Carr. I'm aware that the theme of these series of university talks is about careers and what's next upon graduation. So I wanted to start off by talking about career opportunities. So as well as numerous galleries, artist-run centers and studios, these here are some of the companies that students have worked with throughout or through our initiatives on campus. So we have courses built into our degrees, including professional practices and professional development, where students learn the business side of art and art production, from branding to building their own websites to writing contracts and fair pricing for their labor. Students also have the opportunity to work to have work in class assignments from their industries of choice. For example, the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra recently had their creative directors run an assignment with our students where they were looking for print and screen content for their upcoming season. And then students had the opportunity to be directed by the VSO and their specific needs. And then after the 4-week assignment, one of the students was awarded the contract. So they received pay, they received credits, and were able to then have that info on their CV, which was very valuable. And that goes within all of our majors. Students have that opportunity. Okay. So also our career and professional development is another opportunity that students have to gain valuable work experience while they're students. They have professional mentorship and academic credits while applying their knowledge and skills in the fields of media arts, visual arts, and design. So our internships work usually in the 3rd year with students. They get to earn money while a student, because in Canada, it's against the law to hire a student, an internship and intern and not pay them. They get to earn credits toward their degree for that coursework, as well as they're gaining valuable experience in their industries. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about our alumni. We're, as I mentioned and showed in the previous slides, there are many large companies, large and small companies that hire our graduates directly after graduation and then while they're still students as well. But we're really proud of our alumni who have gone on and are doing their own creative work. So as I mentioned in one of the first slides, they're creating opportunities where none existed before. So this is Jory. She's a local girl. She was an illustration major and graduated in 2014. She's now a freelance illustrator. And she has clients from the Globe and Mail to Simply Read Books, which is a local book publishing company. She does children's book illustrations, advertising, editorial, to name a few. And then this, of course, is the Canada Mint. She created this $30 coin for the Canada Mint recently. Our next alumni here is Natick. He was an interaction design major, and his company is nextbillion.org. It's an award-winning company that researches tech solutions for employing people with disabilities. This here is Ola Volo. Some of you may have seen her work around Vancouver, but she was an illustration major, and she's now an internationally recognized mural artist. This one here with the Volkswagen VW, that's in Montreal, I believe. And she's done the Vancouver, not Film Festival, what's that, Folk Festival. She's done the illustrations for that. As well as internationally, she's travels, creating her sort of folk art style of murals. They're quite beautiful. This is Kunal and Tisha. Their animation and motion design studio is based in Vancouver. And they, as you can see, they have submitted their animation work at various film and been accepted into various film festivals. They have won awards for their work. As a matter of fact, their work is now gracing our latest admissions guide. This is Janice. She was a communication design major, and this is some surface design work she created for Urban Outfitters, but she also does work for Canada Mail, or pardon me, Globe and Mail and Canada Post. This is Diane. She is a ceramic artist and soft product designer. I believe her major was industrial design, so three-dimensional design. She does ceramic architecture and ceramic functional wear, but she's also a soft product designer working here in Vancouver for Herschel. Her studio is also in Vancouver, so it's a quick jaunt over to Herschel where she sort of works doing design work for their bags. I have a quick video here that I'd like to show you about Diane. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And it's like, I feel like everyone has this like creative talent, but you also have to have that discipline to sort of like create your path and your experience. My name is Diana Spiritu. I graduated from Emily Carr. I have my own ceramic studio and I work at Herschel. The time I spent at Emily Carr was a period of growth for me. It was just a really inspirational academic experience. I learned that I can take my ideas anywhere and my ideas can take me everywhere. So Emily Carr helped me to create those opportunities for myself. And I feel like those opportunities still follow me to this day. What makes my practice unique is like having two different worlds that are merging because of the methodology that I use and applying it to two different practices, the clay world and soft product. I think the connections I made at Emily Carr shaped my life in like several meaningful ways. I've had like a really strong network of colleagues that have supported me and sort of endorsed me for different career opportunities, and that's how I ended up at Herschel. So my process at Herschel would include working closely with the design team. They'll come to me with a sketch or like a spec drawing for a new bag, and then I'll make a paper model out of it. So that allows us to do like a quick exploration of the shape. We can do quick changes to dimension, and then from there, if we're happy, we'll go ahead and I'll pattern it and I'll make it out of fabric. Every day brings new challenges, whether it's can we scale the silhouette so that like the opening of the bag is larger, what can we add to this to make it more functional, or what can we pare down to make it like a clean and modern silhouette. So like every day is different. I found that my design can empower people. I can work closely with someone and they can inform the project as well. Like it's not just about me and like what I can create. It's like working together and solving this problem.
So that's Diane. We're quite proud of Diane and the work she's done and is doing now. So I'm wanting to talk a little bit about the programs now and the career opportunities for our graduates. So we offer 3 bachelor's degrees, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Design, and a Bachelor of Media Arts. And within each degree, you can see there are corresponding majors. All of our majors bring academic rigor to your development of conceptual, technical, and historical knowledge relevant to your art practice. So we are an academic art university. All of our programs, however, begin with foundation year, the first year of all of our 4-year degrees. And this offers a mix of core studio and critical studies courses, and also affords you the opportunity to explore a variety of studio courses before determining your major, which then would begin in 2nd year. So we offer 3 majors within our Bachelor of Design degree, the first one being industrial design. So industrial design our program is rigorous. It's hands-on, emphasizing an understanding of human needs. So through research and user-centered methodology, you will learn to interpret needs and desires in aesthetics, material, and ergonomic terms. So you'll explore and prototype in real time and space. So, and areas of specialization include household or recreational products, electronics, medical and health design, hardware, soft products like Diane, ceramics, furniture, material production, and research in sustainability. So this student here designed and created a quiet seating pod, enabling the user to connect with digital devices while taking self-care time. You can see the multidisciplinary nature of this 3D piece involving wood, textiles, and paper. This image shows the lovely cacophony that is our industrial design studios. So some job titles of our recent grads include industrial design contractor, accessories design manager, packaging specialist, 3D sculptor designer, CNC machinist, manager of engineering, design drafting, to name a few. So some employers that have recruited our grads include TEDx, Mountain Equipment Co-op, Arcturx, IKEA, Norco Bikes, Apple, Aritzia, Skidmore, Owings and Merrill Architects, and Whitewater West Industries, to name a few. The second major within our Bachelor of Design is Communication Design. So this really focuses on developing design of messages and experiences. So electives within this program include print design, interactivity, motion graphics, and within these areas of specialization, you choose to focus on either illustration, typography, wayfinding, information design, and other opportunities. The program emphasizes 2D design in print or on screen, plus also opportunities to investigate overlapping areas in 3D design. So you'll see here the student created a sustainable solution for reusable wrapping paper, all encompassed in sustainable packaging. So sustainability and making the planet better for its inhabitants is a primary concern within all of our programs. Here are some examples of student work in poster art, layout, logo design, and book cover design. And this is our communications design workshop with samples of students' work and the tools and materials that aid them in their research. Some job titles of our grads include communication design officer, principal designer, social media strategist, interface designer, graphic designer, creative director, global head, employee communications, visual designer, and creative strategist. Some employers that recruited our grads include SAP, Hootsuite, Facebook, POP, 10-4 Design Group, Vizier Incorporated, Ruby on Rails, BC Children's Hospital Foundation, and Capcom Game Studio. Okay, and the final major within our Bachelor of Design is Interaction Design. So this major offers courses that will prepare you to enter the IXD field with substantial skills and agility in an evolving new discipline. Our school focuses on critical and practical inquiry, research methods, technological skills, and design process. This enables you to develop a relevant personal interaction design practice of your own. Simply put, this is sort of like the design of the interaction between users and products. Interaction design systems are everywhere, from websites, mobile applications, to game design and physical devices. It's kind of like a unique combination of industrial and interaction knowledge and communication understanding and skills. They're relevant to the delivery of all of these systems. Here's an example of a physical communication device. This student created an actual 3D board game. Another aspect of interaction design is wearables. So here, this student deconstructed a backpack to repurpose it in consideration of ergonomics and sustainability. So some of the job titles of our grads include interaction designer, production design manager, user experience director, solutionist, user interface visual designer, web consultant, creative strategist, chief product officer, and mobile designer. And some employees that recruited our grads include Google, Absolute Software, Giant Ant, BC Lions, Best Buy Canada, Relic Entertainment, and Microsoft Studios, to name a few. Okay, let's take a look at our Bachelor of Fine Arts. Our BFA offers 4 majors, and the first one being critical and cultural practices. So this offers connections between theory and practice. So through this rigorous academic program, you'll study art history, design history, English, humanities, media history, science, social science, and writing. So these courses are designed with your practice in mind in order to bring modern and contemporary approaches to the creation of material and textual culture. So some of the job titles: executive director, curatorial assistant, senior product manager, program developer, process manager, lead consultant, morning show co-host, believe it or not, strategic change agent, and chief news editor. And some employers that have recently recruited our grads include the City of Burnaby, Vancouver Sun, Howe Street Gallery of Fine Art, Mobify, Vancouver Whitecaps, Vital Insight, Unit Pitt Society for Art and Critical Awareness, and the Vancouver Art Gallery. Okay, so let's take a look at photography. With photography, you gain practical experience while building a knowledge base to thrive and adapt in the rapidly changing world of photography. So through conceptual, technical, and historical emphasis, you will become an innovative photographer. So this is a multidisciplinary and structured program to offer mastery of both traditional photography practices with exploration in a wide range of digital processes. So through art history, research, and critical studies, you'll get to examine the work of historical and contemporary photographers and other artists. Theory, writing, drawing, and electives in other media enhance your studies with options that include image and text, video practices, directorial work. And upon graduation, you will have you'll have a substantial body of work. Some of the job titles: resident photographer, visual designer, photo editor, image curator, art market analyst, website creative content coordinator, studio manager, product image manager, and layout artist. And some employers that have recruited our grads: the Artona Group, Donnelly Group, Airbnb, Mountain Equipment Co-op, Homes and Living Magazine, Vancouver Fashion Week, Warner Brothers TV, and the Vancouver Courier newspaper. Illustration is the second major within our bachelor, pardon me, the third within our Bachelor of Fine Arts. So in the rapidly changing art and design landscape, illustration really is a key form of visual communication. Illustrators need the ability to think critically and innovatively, and must have the versatility and the dexterity to engage diverse audiences in a variety of contexts. Our illustration courses explore varied technical approaches and a broad range of pictorial strategies, so from contemporary art exhibitions to careers in mass media. So this might include comics, children's books, advertising, editorial, surface design, to name a few. You'll see here this student created the concept art and character design for a game she created. This piece is from her grad show exhibition. This student here created a 3D illustration for his grad show project. Now he is a successful illustrator and tattoo artist. So some of the job titles of our graduates include comic book illustrator, concept artist, interior designer, costume designer, project coordinator, illustration historian, project specialist, mural artist, tattoo artist, children's book illustrator. And some employers that have recruited our grads: Radical Entertainment, Noise Digital, West Elm Market, Helen Belkin Art Gallery, Nerd Corps Entertainment, the Georgia Strait, City of Vancouver, Globe and Mail, Lush, Canada Post, Simply Read Books, and DreamWorks, to name a few. And finally, the last major within our Bachelor of Fine Arts is Visual Arts. So our Visual Arts major brings together academic rigor and practice to your development of your conceptual, technical, and historical knowledge relevant to visual art practice. This major really emphasizes a supportive and stimulating studio environment which blends individual and group critiques, theory, practice, and production. Our faculty have a strong interest in hybrid and interdisciplinary practices, encouraging you to experiment, to engage with traditional as well as emerging technologies. So you'll be challenged to develop your studio creation and analytical skills, as well as a deep understanding of visual arts within social and cultural contexts. Key areas of concentration offer courses in the disciplines of ceramics, drawing. All students will learn anatomy, skeletal systems, circulatory systems, muscular systems. It's important to learn the rules before breaking them. Painting, and I love this image because it shows the beautiful natural light that we have in our studios. Print media involving lithography, screen printing, intaglio, relief printing, typography, to name a few. Sculpture, both wood, found objects, metal objects, and performance art. Okay, so let's take a look at our Bachelor of Media Arts, our third and final degree that we offer. It has 4 majors, the first one being 2D and experimental animation, which offers diverse animation media as students develop as creative animation designers and critical thinkers. So forms of narrative storytelling are explored through the art of classical animation, but also using both traditional and digital drawing methods. Experimental animation includes media such as stop motion, puppets, cutouts, paint on glass, and motion graphics. Some of the job titles include layout artist, compositor, color stylist, character animator, 2D animator, 3D animator, flash animator, and stop motion animator. So some employers who have recruited our grads include Atomic Cartoons, Image Engine, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Bardell Entertainment, DHX Media, Chorus Entertainment, Halifax Film, the National Film Board of Canada, just to name a few. Okay, so our 3D computer animation, this provides an intensive curriculum with in-depth experience in 3D animation and digital media. Students become critical and creative thinkers while honing their technical skills and a level of competency in order to meet the demands of an evolving animation industry. Some of the titles job titles that our students have gone on to include 3D character animator, 3D modeling, lighting artist, rigger, texture artist, 3D layout artist, and integration artist, and also concept artist. Some of the employers, let me see some here that I haven't mentioned: Industrial Light and Magic, Digital Domain, Moving Picture Company, Image Engine, I mentioned Bardell, Walt Disney, let's see, Rainmaker Studios, Stargate Studios, Sony Pictures, ImageWorks, Electronic Arts, Animal Logic, just to name a few. Okay, new media and sound arts. This provides a critical and technical framework within which students master the conceptual and the practical skills for producing creative, innovative, and experimental research and projects that employ electronic technologies. So we acknowledge the growing interest in sound art at Emily Carr. So students get to explore sound practices along with visual, performative, and object making practices using these new technologies. For example, curriculum pathways include visual and sound for interactive environments, new media performance, interactive video, sound recording, sound design, instrumental design, computer music, web projects, robotics, and wearable electronics. It examines how art and technology can contribute towards positive social change. So the goal is to offer students the potential to be society's critical makers, able to contribute creative research, engaged practices, and problem-solving skills. Okay, and film and screen arts. So this major is really for aspiring film and video makers. The film and screen arts major is dedicated to the exploration of a variety of media using digital media and analog and mechanical processes, allowing you to develop into a self-aware and mature film practitioner. So some of the practical skills for producing film, video, moving images, sound, and other media works for screens include theatrical, televisual, exhibition and distribution as distribution platforms such as online, festival distribution, gallery exhibition, public art presentation. It prepares students for professional practice in film and media and for graduate work at the university level. So at the end of your four-year degree in all of our Bachelor of Media Arts, students will have a short film ready for exhibition. This image here shows our screening room, which seats up to 40, and it's a wonderful space used for critique of student films. This space here is our larger 400-seat auditorium. So some of the job titles of our graduates include visual annotator, videographer, editor, post-production supervisor, producer, cinematic artist, digital cinema specialist, and set designer. I like this image here because it shows a sort of an experimental film process where this student created a documentary and then was able to exhibit it on what was made to be look like the interior walls of a home. So some employers that have recruited our grads include the National Film Board of Canada, Ellipse Media, Sony Entertainment, Sweet Current Video and Photography, Action Lab Film Productions, Double Negative, Footage Entertainment, and AM Productions. I want to show you this quick 2-minute sample of some of our students' work over the past few years so you can see sort of the range of work that our students have created. So that kind of gives you a taste of some of the work that our students have done in claymation, hand drawn. There was digital work there. There was stop motion, cutout animation, live film, and documentary work. Okay, so let's talk about the academic, portfolio, and English language requirements. So first of all, academic. As I mentioned earlier, BC high school applicants, we're aware that the new quarter system, so that won't affect your admissions. If you're a part of the quarter system, just make sure that you submit your grade 11 transcripts as well upon when you're applying, and then we'll do everything we can to evaluate you fairly and flexibly. So typically we look for a graduation from grade 12 or on track to graduate from grade 12 with 5 grade 12 subjects, including English 12 with a minimum grade of C, 2 other grade 12 academic courses, 2 grade 12 elective courses. And so the minimum overall GPA works out to be about 2.5, which is also a C plus or 67%. Okay, let's talk about the portfolio requirements. The portfolio requirements are really, the portfolio is the weightiest portion of your application. And so it's important that you have a strong portfolio to present. And so we have 3 parts to our portfolio. You'll see the first part is 10 examples of your practice. We're looking for a wide range of examples of your work. So it could include maybe some ceramics or some drawing, maybe some painting, landscape portraiture. It could be, you might have some film or video in it, or photography, maybe some jewelry that you've made, or some textile work. It doesn't have to be any of those, but it should be fairly diverse. Okay. And the number 2 thing we're looking for overall within your portfolio is we're looking to find out who you are. So what are the things you're critically engaged with? And what are the things that concern you? How are you able to translate that into your art? So part 2 is aimed expressively for that, to find out who you are and what are the things that concern you. So you'll see there are 3 prompts there, which are meant to do just that, to prompt you into thinking critically about the things that's within your community. It could be a global community, from global warming to how the planet is dealing with the current pandemic, or it could be something intimate and personal to you. But it definitely should be something that is concerning you. And so that would be your concepts, your ideas behind your work. Part 3 is written responses. And again, we're wanting to hear your voice. This is not meant to be a formal essay, but it's just an opportunity for you for personal reflection and intellectual honesty. So you'll see again, there are 3 prompts. This time you will respond rather than original imagery. This time you're going to respond in 75 to 100 words per answer. Okay. There is the detailed, you can find more detailed information at the website there at ecuad.ca/portfolio. I mentioned earlier too that if anybody is looking for feedback on their portfolio, if you go onto the National Portfolio Day website, all of the events are now online and virtual. So you don't have, including the Vancouver event, but you don't have to attend just the Vancouver event. You can attend the one that's coming up in Paris, or you can attend, there's one coming up in Toronto and New York. So the times of all the events are from 9 a.m. PST, so Pacific Standard Time, to 1 p.m. So it's a 4-hour event, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, 4 hours. And we will be there. Emily Carr will be at every single event. So you're welcome to attend events, not just in Vancouver. Okay, the other thing is, as I mentioned earlier, that I'd be happy to do a personal review with your portfolio if you're interested. And we can set that up. You will have my contact information. Your teacher has my contact information, so you're able to get it from them. And then also we do offer portfolio workshops, which I will give you the information for in a few minutes. But they're specifically set up for students who are applying to Emily Carr and are looking for some support in building a strong portfolio. And now, of course, because of the pandemic, they're all online. So you can take it from the comfort of your own home living room or home studio. So English language proficiency requirements. If English isn't your first language, you will be required to submit either a TOEFL or an IELTS. Unless, of course, you have one of the exemptions, which probably this one, 3 years of consecutive education in Canada, where the primary language of instruction is English, then you would be exempt from having to submit one. Okay, I would like to now, this is a quick video, but I think I think we showed something quite similar to this at the beginning. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our campus and then we'll be wrapping it up. So some of you may have known that we've been on Granville Island. We've actually been in the Vancouver area for 95 years. So we recently moved into our new 300,000 square foot state-of-the-art purpose-built campus. So you can see it's bright with lots of natural light. I showed you some images earlier of the studio spaces, so you could see how much natural light comes into our space. It's very spacious. There's a number of open spaces for students to exhibit their work. They can gain hands-on experience in curating shows with other students. Our 3-story library has an extensive collection of resources pertaining to art design and media arts, including many quiet spaces and rooms for study or group projects. We've also got 4 wood shops spaced throughout the campus. We have 7 computer labs equipped with the most current hardware and software. We also have a metal shop with a welding studio and a metal forge. And our ceramics area is quite extensive. We have about a dozen electronic kilns. We have 3 of these oversized Blau gas-fired kilns, which are perfect for large pieces. Students can just wheel them in. They can also be layered for smaller pieces. They're very efficient. They heat up quickly, cool down quickly. We have about 25 wheels for throwing, and then we have slip casting and hand building areas as well. Our print media studio includes relief printing and, of course, the beautiful North Shore mountain view. We also have typography, screen printing, painting. You can see this student is creating work on an oversized canvas. There's lots of space for storage of canvases. We have a textiles area. This student here is working in our soft shop. We have industrial machines, sergers, we have electronic embroidery machine, we have looms, both handheld, and we have a large textile loom. We also have washer and dryer so that you can pre-treat your fabric. Our photography studios offer both analog as well as digital film and exhibition space. So at the end of foundation year, which is the first year, and at the end of the 4th year, you'll be required to join in on an exhibition as part of your program delivery. So you will get to exhibit your work for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the exhibition, where we'll have, and usually in the 4th year, not usually, we do, in the 4th year, we have industry professionals come in and look at your work. And if you're there with your work, they will talk to you about it, offer you some advice. And oftentimes students receive job offers at the industry night. Okay, 2 slides left. This is where I was going to tell you about the teen program that's currently online. There's a portfolio workshop, which I mentioned, and other courses that you can take online right now. And you can connect with them, the continuing studies, at teens@ecuad.ca. And that's it. final slide. Applications are now open for grade 12 students. They open every year from September 15th to January 15th. So for grade 11 students, it'll be the same thing for next year. And please feel free to contact us if you have any questions at admissions@ecuad.ca. But if you want to talk to me personally, I will, oh, there's some chats. I will put my name in here. Let's see. Let me see if I can. So you're a, you wanted to know about an intern student. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to give you my, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you my, because I can't give out student name, that wouldn't be ethical, but what I can do is give you my contact information. And then I will contact students to see if they're willing to work, to speak with you. So it looks as though you're wanting to connect with an intern student. Did you mean international student? You work in 2D, 3D garment prototype. Okay. I'm not sure if you're a student or if you are a industry professional. I tell you what, I'll give you my contact information here and you can reach out to me because it could be if you're looking for, oh, you may be a business and you're looking to have an intern work with you, then I can connect you with our career and professional development office. So just email me and I'll give you that information. There we go. That's me. Okay. Okay, I'm also going to give you another link as well here. This is our newsletter. So if you're interested in finding out more program information, if you would like some information on to be kept current on what's going on with our campus due to COVID, if you're also looking for information about the deadlines for applications, this newsletter that I just put in the link there for you, click on that and sign up. You can indicate whether you're a parent, whether you're a student, or whether you're an educator, and then be kept up to date with information relevant to you in your position. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Did I miss any questions there? Okay.
No, that was the one from Daria.
Okay. I got that one from Daria. So Daria, just connect with me and I'll speak to that further.
And my question, I think, was on behalf of a lot of parents that have this question for every single thing, is how are schools dealing with the quarter system? And you answered that. So that's good. Yeah, so I'm not sure how the other institutions are dealing with that yet, but that seems very workable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we want to be as fair and flexible as we can. Mm-hmm. We understand that some students from the previous semesters, when you were just everybody was going online and hybrid, and there was so much uncertainty that a lot of students didn't do well in their final marks of grade 11. Or their first semester of grade 12. And we understand that. So we're happy to kind of work around that with students. So you would just have to connect with us if that's the case. Yeah. Just reach out. We're happy to be fair and flexible.
And yeah, we have a place where we'll post all your information from this evening too. So
Great.
If they don't want to go straight to Emily Carr and use the filter of doing research via PAC first, we'll have that there for everybody.
Good. Okay. Any other questions?
Oh,